In this video, I am going to discuss the ductal carcinoma in this situ. It's basically the clonal proliferation of epithelial cell that is limited to the lobules and the ducts by the basement membrane. It will not breach the basement membrane because these are the carcinoma in the situ. If they are going to breach the basement membrane, they will be known as invasive carcinoma. Why we are using the duct, word ductal? Ductal means the number of the cells are increasing in these acini. This is the whole lobule and this is the duct. In these, a number of the cells start to increase in these acini, and as the number of the cells starts to increase in these acini will form the shape of ductal system. So it's known as, or small duct, so it's known as ductal. Identification can be made on the calcification associated with the secretory material or the necrosis, but the less commonly as the periductal fibrosis that surround the DCIs, means on the density, or rarely on the micropapillary or the papillary types which will form the nipple discharge. It's basically the incidental finding. It's not very common. Now comes to the morphology. Some of the DCIs has got the single growth pattern, but some of the DCIs have the mixture of the growth pattern. But how can we predict the progression and the regression? We can predict only the progression and regression on the basis of the nuclear grading and the necrosis. The DCIs has got the two forms, the comedo DCIs and the non-comedo DCIs. What is comedo DCIs? Comedo DCIs will present as vague nodularity, having the clusters, linear or the branching of the calcifications. These calcification, the linear or cluster or the branching of the calcification, form the vague nodularity on the mammograph. These tumor cells having the pleomorphic high grade nuclei and the areas of the central necrosis. These two features are not present in the non-comedo DCIs, but it has got other two types, the cribriform DCIs and the solid DCIs. Cribriform DCIs means the round and the cookie cutter like spaces are present in the DCIs, and the solid DCIs means having the no spaces. Microscopically, what we can see in the microscopically we can see the bulbous protrusions or the papillae without fibrovascular core, or the two papillae with the fibrovascular core. If I talk about without fibrovascular core, these are arranged in intraductal pattern, and if I talk about the fibrovascular core, it will lack the myoepithelial cell layer. Example of the DCIs is the Paget disease. It's present in the 1 to 4% of cases. It's only detected by the needle biopsy of the nipple or by the cytological preparation of the exudate, which is present in the Paget disease. The patient will present with the unilateral erythematous eruption with the scale and crust or the pruritus. The Paget disease, Paget cells is going to disrupt the normal epithelial barrier, Paget cells, which results in the seeping of the extracellular fluid into the nipple surface. Why the direct seeping of the ECF into the nipple surface? Ductal system with DCIs within the ductal system, why the electrophoresis is going to reach the nipple without crossing the basement membrane. DCIs are present in the 50 to 60% of the palpable masses. These are poorly differentiated, and these are ER negative and hard to overexpress tumors. Now comes to this prognosis and the treatment. The treatment is very simple, the mastectomy followed by the radiation. But untreated low-grade DCIs develop the invasive carcinoma at the rate of the 1% per year. But the high-grade DCIs having the high risk of progression to the invasive carcinoma. What is the significance of the DCIs? DCIs has got the high risk of the recurrence. Other curative treatment is mastectomy followed by the radiation therapy, tamoxifen, use of tamoxifen drugs. Risk factors for the recurrence: high nuclear grade, as in the case of the comedo DCIs; necrosis, as in the case of the comedo DCIs; extent of disease, and the post-surgical margins remains.